Yo, what is up? Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing this video in my car. Currently waiting at the chiropractor, and I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna be waiting here for 10-15 minutes. Might as well do the video right now. Do it off the top. I want to talk about probably what I think is it's one of the most important things in order to be happy, and really get a grasp on things. And I think it's perspective. Is being able to put things into perspective. And I think that perspective has been one of my greatest strengths, but also one of my biggest vices in different areas, because I think it applies in different ways. Like, I think the areas that I've done well with perspective is just being able to just be happy with like I never feel like a poor me attitude with things in life. Like, I'm able always to see like, man, life is good because I have so much to be thankful for in that type of sense. Like, there's people, like 10% of the world is not even doesn't have access to drinking water. Another 10 to 20% doesn't even have a meal every day. There's so much like really harsh, bad things that people deal with on a daily basis. Like, there's like modern day slavery in third world countries where people are forced to work in brutal conditions and things like this. So there's just really no need for me ever to feel like life is hard in the United States and in my current situation, and I hope that other people can really get to view that light, because I think sometimes we make our problems so personal, and like we feel like that no one else is dealing with what we're dealing with. But in matter of fact, like, people are, and then there's a lot of people dealing with it in like way worse levels and things like that. So I think that there's just no need for anything to feel like life is bad here, man. Life is really good, and I have like a great understanding of that. Where I think that sometimes that my perspective has failed me with is like, I'll get specific because it's really a specific thing. Like, if you've noticed that when I've done these videos, I've been really inconsistent with them. I'll do them for like a month and a half, and every single week I'll have like 6 videos that'll come out in that month and a half, and then I'll stop for 3 months. And it's because I lack perspective and I get in my own head of things. Like, okay, trying to think of how to say this. It's because like I start to care about what people think, like I one part of me, it doesn't, but then like I'll do what I'm gonna do, but then like putting it out into the world, like I feel like there's this level of acceptance I want from people in validation which is I don't want that, but some part of me deep down wanted that. And I'd feel like pressured, and then I'd put these videos out, and I would look at like, oh, how many views am I getting? Are people watching it? Like, are people clicking through and this and this? Like, oh my God, like, well, there's not people watching. And I get all these weird toxic thoughts about like, man, people are probably judging me, like falsing these opinions about what they think I am, and I'm just some guy that's just coming up. And if it's true and if it's not true, like, this is just a perspective of how I chose to view things, and it wasn't good. And so I figured out, I'm like, I need to fix this shit, because this shit is not good, you know what I mean? And that's where perspective is lacking, and I'm working on currently, is because like I need the perspective is like, look, this is what I enjoy to do. I'm putting good out there, and like my intentions are good behind it. Like, whoever wants to receive it and wants to like act on it and wants to do something with it, like, amen to them. And whoever wants to come here and wants to say mean things or like make me try to feel a certain type of way, like, that's on them. And a lot of times no one even thinks like that. Like, it's just you, the person, like me in my situation, overthinking it and like putting situations that you put these situations in your own head. They don't even happen. Like, you put them in your own head. So perspective, man, I think it's like huge, and it's tough because I don't understand why people choose to be unhappy. Like, I feel like really sometimes that people choose to be unhappy. And what I mean by that is like, people choose to focus on the shit that happens in their life rather than there's so much good that happens on a daily basis. Like, if you literally had like a little clock thing, our little ticker, and each time you ticked it when something good happens and something bad happens, like at the end of the day, if you looked at it, like, dude, there's so many good things that are happening, like every single fucking second. Like the breath that you just took was a good thing. Like being able to express, look and see and feel and touch and express, all these things like are such positive things that we have the ability to do. Like, and that's why perspective is just like, sometimes we just you don't appreciate the little things that you're given in life every single day. And that's important to do, because these little senses of freedom and things that we're able to do with our bodies and our mind and how we can move and feel and touch, like you take it for granted when you shouldn't. And then you fucking, this is why I feel like you gotta go hard, you know what I mean? Like, cause when you really get that perspective of things, of like, that you just see like, fuck man, I'm so lucky. Like life is short. I'm healthy. I got all my body parts. Like I live in a beautiful world. I don't have to deal with harsh, like third world country realities. Like that shit should make you go hard. Like it should make you say like, I have the potential to do things that so many other fucking people do not get because of just my pure fucking lucky circumstances of where I was born and my body working. And that to me is like the end of like, get to work, man. Get to what you want to do, you know? Like that perspective shift is just like, it's no longer, it's like mandatory. You got to do it. Like if you want to mature and you want to boss up in this life, like you need to have that type of perspective. And that's why, like, dude, I tip my hat off, and I can't stand people, and this is like getting off subject a little bit. I can't stand people who disrespect people that are lower and beneath them. Like, and there is no sense of lower beneath them. I don't even like saying that. You know, you see someone who's a janitor, or you see someone who's scrubbing toilets, or you see someone who's working in something not as cool or what you think is cool as what you're doing. Dude, people are struggling just to get by, or people are struggling to keep their dreams alive. People are struggling for their families. And here we are with like a million opportunities to do something great. And someone struggled for you to get into that position. And look at you, man. Look at us. Me too, I even think about it, man. I think about the struggles that my parents and what my family and what my grandparents and what my grandma went through to get to where I am. To like, it's a generational bloodline. When is someone in your family going to say like, dude, fuck this mediocre bullshit, man? Fuck it, this mediocre bullshit, this fucking average lifestyle. And I'm not saying that you can't have love and happiness with that, but like, for me, man, like, I just want more, and I don't think that's bad, and I want people to want more. I think that we should want more. I think when we look around and you see God and you see the greatness, like, you should see the abundance of opportunities that are out there for all of us to take advantage of, and I think that it's wrong not to. Switch your perspective, man. Let's become winners. Let's be dominant. Let's be leaders in this world. But it's day by day. I don't know. I'm going to end off on this. Life is good, and appreciate that. Every single morning you lift your head up, think about, man, like life is good. You got a heartbeat, you got 2 arms, you got 2 legs, you can breathe, you can work out, you can move, you're not slaved into a certain thing, you're not in jail. I've been there. That shit sucks. Talk about fucking having no freedom. Like, I'm grateful, man, and that's how you should be too. Chase your dreams, get after it, get fired up, get excited. And if you're not happy with what you're currently doing, then find something that makes you happy. But listen, work doesn't always have to be something that, oh, we're in love with. You know what you should be in love with is what the result of what you're working on is gonna get you. The workouts suck? Love the fucking result of what you're gonna look like. The work you're doing sucks? Love the fucking result of what it's gonna bring you. I'm out. Much love.